Hey guys, today for this video we're going to be covering 5 small countries that you might be able to conquer in your free time with your friends. We got top 5 video, a top 5 video here. Let's get started. So at number 5 we've got Lesotho, and Lesotho is a small country south of Africa, real small. So you might have heard of a stereotype in Africa. You actually definitely heard of a stereotype in Africa. Like everyone's living in dirt huts and dirty water, and it's just a terrible place to live. Well, there's places in Africa where there's not true, but for a lot of Lesotho, that is true. Really, there's like one major city that you'd have to take to conquer this one. So pretty easy. Let's get to the next one. So number 4 is Liechtenstein, which is a small country in the middle of Europe, and it's one of the few double landlocked countries, which means that it's surrounded by 2 landlocked countries. It's very rare occurrence, surprisingly. It's a whole lot smaller than Lesotho, but and that's one of the reasons why it's number 4, not number 5. But the reason it's not any higher is because a lot of Liechtenstein's mountains that'd be difficult to move through. And there's more than one city here. Number 3, we got the Marshall Islands. Now I could have just easily picked all the Pacific Island nations for this list, but no, I decided to just be half lazy and only did that for half of them. So the Marshall Islands are, most of you probably have never heard of the Marshall Islands. Really, they're nothing. I barely know anything about the Marshall Islands. Their capital is Majuro. That's it. You really only have to take over one island to make this one be yours. So this one would be pretty easy, and no one would notice, because I don't think you've ever heard of this country unless you are the biggest nerd. So which brings me to number 2. You've probably heard of this country. It's called Monaco. It's a very small little city-state in South France. Now, this one people would probably notice if you took it over, so you gotta be a bit more careful. But they also only have like 250 soldiers. That is not a joke. They only have 250 soldiers. So this one would be pretty easy. Assuming you have 5 friends to take over each country with. That's about each of your friends just have to take out about 50 guys. So it'd be pretty easy to take over, actually. But there's some mountainous terrain, I guess, sort of. So this brings me to my number 1 easiest country to take over. And the easiest country to take over is Tuvalu. Again, it's an island nation. I'm only half lazy. You've probably never heard of this one either, but more people have probably heard of this one than the Marshall Islands. It's one of the least traveled 2 countries in the world, so no one will notice if you took it over. And it has the lowest GDP of any country in the entire world. There are people living that make more money than this entire country combined. Pretty sure the GDP of this country is something like 60 billion. I don't even know, something with a 6 in it. And I know that there are people who make more money than this entire country, which is kind of ridiculous. So they also only really have one major island, and even then, it's not even a very big island. They have one airport, and the airport takes up most of the island that it's on. All in all, just a pretty easy country to take over with your friends. That's the end of the list. I hope you enjoyed the list. I guess I'll see in the news if any of you guys have conquered any of these countries yet with your friends. So I hope this helps you out if you're bored on like an afternoon or something. I don't know. That's kind of it. Thank you for 1.3 thousand views on my European video and 60 views, which is not a lot, but I appreciate it on my Hitler video. I'm surprised I haven't gotten terminated for that video already. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.